Argo Navis, or simply Argard, was a large constellation in the southern sky that has since been divided into 3 constellations. It represented the Argard, the ship used by Jason and the Argonauts in Greek mythology. The genitive was Argus Navis, abbreviated ARG. Flamsteed and other early modern astronomers called the constellation just Navis, genitive Navis, abbreviated Nav. Due to precession, the stars of Argo have been shifted farther south since classical times, and far fewer of its stars are visible today from the latitude of the Mediterranean. The original constellation was found low near the southern horizon of the Mediterranean sky. The ship became visible in springtime and sailed westward, skimming along the southern horizon. The ancient Greeks identified it with the ship sailed by Jason and the Argonauts to Colchis in search of the Golden Fleece. Argo Navis is the only one of the 48 constellations listed by the 2nd century astronomer Ptolemy that is no longer officially recognized as a constellation. It was unwieldy due to its enormous size. In 1752, the French astronomer Nicolas Louis de Lacaille subdivided it into Carina, Puppis, and Vela. Lacaille replaced Bayer's designations with new ones that followed the star's magnitudes more closely, but like Bayer, he used a single Greek letter sequence from the 3 parts. Carina has alpha, beta and epsilon. Vela has gamma and delta. Puppis has eta, and so on. The duplication of Omicron in Vela and Puppis appears to contradict this, but Omicron Puppis is an error for Lacaille's O Puppis. The constellation Pyxis occupies an area which in antiquity was considered part of Argo's mast. Some authors state that Pyxis was part of the Greek conception of Argo Navis, but magnetic compasses were unknown in ancient Greek times. Lacaille considered it a separate constellation, representing one of the modern scientific instruments he placed among the constellations. In the notes to his preliminary catalogue, published in 1756, Lacaille wrote, "I have divided into 3 parts, namely Le Poupi, Le Cor and Amp, Le Voilure." Pyxis was listed separately among his 14 new constellations. Lacaille assigned by designations to Pyxis separate from those of Carina, Puppis and Vela, and his illustration shows an isolated instrument not related to the figure of Argo. In 1844, John Herschel suggested formalizing the mast as a new constellation, Malus, to replace Lacaille's Pyxis, but the idea did not catch on. The Maori had several names for what was the constellation Argard, including Te Waka o Tamari Reti, Te Kohi Aotahi, and Te Kohi